Microphone check 1 2. What is this?
Episode 41.
Episode 41.
That's what it's looking like.
What up, Shay?
Life is up. That's what's up. You sure we can't cut the lights off? I wanted to get back to the same ambiance that we used to have.
I gotta get the ring light.
Ring light. Okay. Those lights over there is not
Those
good
are
enough.
bright as hell.
So that's not gonna do it.
It's gonna be the same light as this.
Is it with the umbrella?
Even with the umbrella, they're bright lights. They're for photography. You're supposed
Y'all
to
send a
have
message to Jermaine that we need to get back to sexiness. Okay.
Oh my gosh!
You want some chocolate or you want some candy?
Get another ring light for here.
Okay. You want some what's in it?
I already had some. They good.
Okay. Aren't they? Oh my God, addictive.
Which is why I won't be having any more.
I know, because sugar turns into fat. And we're trying to do better about our life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are.
Just your chin a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So it ain't up in my nose.
Nah, it won't be up in your nose. It's far away this time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's all good.
Mine's is straight too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
All right, where we at? Let's get to.
Jermaine got it smelling like the holidays up in here.
Nah, that's your cinnamon
It
candle.
smells
I just
good.
got a regular candle.
No, it smells good, whatever it is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's get into it.
All right, welcome to another episode of Dear Love and Lust. I am your host, Jermaine Main Event Brown, alongside the beautiful, lovely co-host, Shavina Brooklyn Shay Richardson.
What's up? Good to see you. Good to see ya. Or should I say great to see ya? Mm-hmm.
And this is episode 41,
Yes, it is.
entitled,
Come here.
what, oh, I got
Right there.
crap on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
You just want to touch me, it's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna have a reason. Yeah, man.
She said I don't have to have a reason.
Gentlemen, okay?
All right, we gotta talk to HR about that.
Yeah, we told her just be like, excuse me. She
It's all right.
sexually harassed me. On ya.
It's all right.
Nah, that's what you call looking out for your
I appreciate you. Thank you.
There you go.
I don't look like a sloppy carpenter or anything
Listen,
out
we ain't
here.
trying to have that type of energy. Never. All right.
Episode 41. We are not experts. What are we, Shay?
We are just two people who have been through some shit.
Yes. That's
Seriously.
accurate.
That is very, very accurate. All right. And we're such good people. That's just so craziness that,
Yeah,
I mean, shit happens, but
you
when
know.
you think about it like that, it's
But even though we are not experts, Dear Love and Lust shares perspectives on both a man, myself, and a woman, herself, in response to submitted anonymous questions regarding love, sex, and relationships.
yes, sir.
We'll also discuss some topics as well. Reading that just now, it is interesting how significant just those little lines I've
Listen.
actually said. Like, it just registered
It
in a
did
whole
just
different way just now.
Like, May, you've been saying it, and it is real.
It is very, like, a man.
Yes.
We have to be clear about that. A
Yes.
man and a woman.
Right.
You know, what's the word? Is it cisgendered?
Oh, I'm not going there.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll
Yep.
figure it out
Just-
later.
just
I
let it
will.
go.
I will educate myself
I'm not saying nothing. Plus,
on what
plus,
it
plus.
actually is.
Mm-hmm.
You said plus. What is that?
Plus.
I'm
Okay.
gonna leave that
I'm gonna leave
alone.
it low. When we just go for it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm all inclusive, so we good.
very much so.
Mm-hmm. That's what we are. That's what we are. So I went back and I was looking at our originals. That's why I said what I said, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, the dance, which we still have, but I was like, it just was sexy. So we did talk about switching up this space and bringing
We
in
definitely
a
need some
sofa,
couches or something.
sofa to end things or whatever, and you could station how you want to station it and stuff like that. So and whatever.
We should
Get
have a
little
nice
plant or
little
something.
sectional that just go
Correct.
right around.
Correct. Because we clearly know that when we have people, they'll just be sitting and talking, so that it's capturing everybody. But we're gonna switch it up for y'all, definitely, for sure. And I'm looking forward to it because I was like, we have the table, which is cool. We'll keep it for events, but it is definitely time for a little bit of a change in the ambiance. Okay,
Right.
So we here for it. Let's get
Definitely here for it.
So
you want to set it off?
I want to set it off. Let's get it. All right. So first question out the gate is from Miss Sugar Mama. Lord of mercy, please don't be one. I am a single black woman who makes nearly $200K a year. Should I follow Tyler Perry's advice and look for a man that makes less money than me? Miss Sugar Mama? I'm not going to say to do that.
Wait, hold on, Miss. I got 4 jobs, full-time jobs.
Let me tell you something. This is where the trouble happens.
Pay my own bills.
Right. But this is
own
where
my
the
own
trouble.
home.
Right. But this is where the trouble happens.
I'm
because
listening.
People latch on and they look for you to take care of them. Like in some instance, and it's so
really
mind-boggling to me.
People do that?
Yes, they do. And what is so mind-boggling to me?
So somebody that has money is in a relationship with somebody and they happen to latch on to them to look for that person and take care of them. People do that?
Yes, they do, man. And let me just tell you something.
I'm perturbed. I've never heard of this concept before.
I've heard of it 1,000 times. We clearly have, okay?
Okay.
But let me just tell you how my experience is.
Tell me. I'm listening.
I'll say that after we address what Miss Sugar Mama is talking about. So it is never, to me, about the amount and however many figures that you have, okay?
Right.
It is about the content and context of someone's character. Mm-hmm. So if someone like Tyler Perry, who came from nothing and is now established and is telling you to date down, basically, I don't feel like he has any wiggle room to even tell you what direction you need to go, because you normally are going to resonate with whoever you're connected with energetically. Okay.
Yeah.
So if the person does not have, it should always be the context and the content of that person's character, in my opinion. So I don't care what you have going on, because the type of person that I am, which I had to stop, not necessarily stop, but I had to put up appropriate boundaries in situationships in dating people, because I'm an empath, so I typically attract people who are going through shit. Okay, and I'm serious. I have in the past, not now.
Sounds familiar.
Not now, but they're going through stuff and they're looking for someone to heal that side of them when that's something they should be healing themselves, right? And
bar.
Yes, so I don't have the capacity to do that no more and to build a man. So in this aspect, if you are choosing to date someone who makes less than you, which does not matter, okay, I think you should be looking for someone of substance, someone who can complete you and add to you, add tax, not in necessarily just the wallet piece of stuff or whatever. So no, I don't think you should be looking for whoever Tyler Perry said. I think you should be looking for what you in your heart says.
All right, I'll let you get that off.
All right, thank you very much. And your thought process is?
Mine's is a little interesting, a little bit different. Because I believe that people are taking his words completely out of context.
I agree.
He said, if you are a person that happens to be a woman, especially a black woman, that is basically making a lot of money, and you are looking for somebody to be in a committed relationship with,
right,
and you are not finding that person that you connect to,
right,
or is matching you on your energy level and vibe,
right,
in those brackets of men that make more money than you,
Right.
maybe you should open your possibilities up to a man that may not actually make as much as you.
Correct. And that is where I believe he was going with it. However, it comes off from somebody who has currently as seriously, what are you talking about? But I get it. And I totally get it. It's like the pool of people out there is not necessarily good.
So I should have brought it. I don't know. Do I still have it in my phone? There is
a
a
clip.
beautiful TikTok video
Okay.
that actually addresses this in such an interesting way. And it's not just limited to black women and black men,
Okay.
but it really breaks down an interesting perspective about money and wage when it comes to men and women.
Mm-hmm.
And the modern women these days who are seeking for men, to make more money than them.
Oh, I think I heard this one.
But it points out the fact, and hilariously to me, it points out the fact that there was a time when men did make more money than women.
That's a fact.
But then sparked a feminist movement. I'm not here to argue whether it's right or wrong or fair or indifferent.
Okay.
It's just what happened.
Right.
Where there was basically a movement where it was felt that men and women should get paid equally, especially if
Right.
they're doing the same
Yeah.
job.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable, right?
Yep.
But however, what ends up happening is those same women are still seeking traditional values. They're still seeking men
Yes.
who make more money than them, not understanding by in that movement and in that process of garnering equal
Equality.
pay,
Uh-huh.
you have now leveled the playing field of the type of men that you're interacting with. Or because women typically are more educated than men anyway, and they go after opportunities in a way that is different than men, that usually leads stereotypically to them being more successful than men
Okay.
in certain aspects. So now you're cutting your options lower and lower.
I don't know, man.
It's an interesting dynamic,
it
and
really
I wish I could find this video.
But you'll find it and post it later underneath.
I
the
probably
picture.
will post it underneath when we do it. When you watch it, and there's no words being said. It's just literally a graphic.
Okay.
It's almost like stick figures explaining the dynamics of,
What's taking place?
Mm-hmm.
I just find it very, very interesting that in this day and age that the conversation will always be had as long as this world still exists.
Mm-hmm.
But when I find that it is way more people single today than ever before. Most people in committed relationships back in the
I
days.
disagree.
Go
ahead.
They may be in relationships, but they unhappy. Okay, so, and it's like, where do you find this medium? This I don't know. I don't like necessarily where she was going when she says, the less than money thing, because I want to go back to her question. But please know this is relevant. I totally understand it. I can relate to it for sure, because you always, and like I said, I'm not rich, you know what I'm saying, by far, but rich in spirit, yes. But
Sugar mama, though.
no, but this is what I'm saying.
I'm joking.
No, you're not, because this is real. This is, I say it, and it don't even just be with a significant other. This is like in friendships and whatever, that sometimes you're looked at as the person who has. So I'm always gonna go to Shay for this. I'm always gonna go to Shay for that.
Mm-hmm.
Shay got it. Go tap into her. Ask her, do she got this, that, and the third. And
Perception is always different than
right.
reality.
And it's like, hello, tap into me. I have a grandchild. I got all these major bills. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want someone to step in and be like, hey, yo, you don't got to pay that. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about the money, but it is about life. It's about people. It's about, you know, your connections, and it's about a person seeing you. Like, I could say one thing, you know, on air real quick. When it comes to you, like, I don't ever have to worry that if after we do the podcast, if it's late or whatever like that, May know I like to eat. So maybe like, yo, we gonna get something to eat. I don't ever have to worry about paying, even though I'm offering. He always fits the bill and stuff like that, because he's a gentleman. That's how he was raised. And this is what you do. So it perplexed. Cause I just want to see how it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? You don't mind treating someone who is deserving, but every single time, you know what I'm saying? That's my water, y'all. I've been trying to do better about drinking water. Sorry. So I got an app on here that tells me when to drink, time to drink water.
That's dope. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, that is to me noble and respectful, because it's like, damn, I know she may have however many jobs, may know my whole shit. And he's like, yeah, whatever. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in someone that I'm actually fucking or doing something, excuse my mouth, but I'm not holding bars right now. You should be stepping up to the plate to be like, I'll never have to come out my pocket. Okay? Never. And if I offer, if I'm asking you to go out on a date, to me, if I'm planning it, I've already taken care of pretty much everything, because that's something special that you deserve. Okay? But a regular go to dinner, hang out, whatever, you should be, before I reach for my motherfucking wallet, you should already be on it like, I got this. Period. Put that away. It's not good here. All right. So like I said, I totally get this particular part, because it's like people assume automatically like you just got it. And you just gonna, you know what I'm saying? Keep fitting the bill, keep fitting the bill, keep fitting the bill. You fuck around and find out.
Word.
Yeah, real quick.
Word.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Seriously?
Goodbye. Figure that one out.
Oh, got it.
Period.
So,
all right.
Part of the reason I said I disagree earlier with what you said about there are more single people.
I'm listening.
Because it's perspective, it's perception.
Okay.
If I look at, for me personally, my personal perspective, if I look at all the gentlemen that I call friend or I'm close to, I'm literally the only single one.
Oh, that's real. That's true.
But if I back up, I was the first one
that was married
in a relationship.
Likewise, yeah.
Right? And married and committed.
Yes. Isn't that something? Yeah.
I didn't get married and get divorced, but you know, things happen, and
but
I had to go a separate
I love
way.
to see their evolution and how they have evolved, where they are really now really truly vested in amazing men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, it may not start out that way. And I say much love to y'all, because I know all of y'all. Like, I'm so impressed and I'm so inspired, because I've watched the growth, and nobody's marriage, nobody's relationship is ever perfect. But to see each one of them to where they are, and now they are intentionally making sure to big up their women and respectfully honor them in the manner that they deserve.
Clap it up.
Listen,
so
I'm here for that.
As with that point, right? All of them are in happily committed long-term relationships. Right. Most of them have children and family. Some young, some older. And, you know, they all want to live vicariously through me. Yeah, exactly. But I'm chilling.
That's
right?
It. It's fun over here. But I'm saying...
It's fun over here.
It is. I'm like, it really is.
And it's crazy, because I can go
dance.
like, so the stereotype half of my friends are basically DJs, right?
Yep.
The stereotype is DJs do whatever, blah blah blah. We out here community dicking it and all that stuff. And it's funny. There was a post I seen today that would crack me up on one of them Instagram DJ theme page.
The reels.
So they showed this this is what a DJ does on a regular night.
Uh-huh.
So this shows them turning up, doing their thing in the club or whatever, look like a center of the world.
Right.
And then after the club, home in bed.
Listen.
It literally just shows you coiled up in bed. And I'm like, yo, that is so accurate.
It's so accurate because you fucking exhausted. It's like y'all do a lot
We
throughout
do.
the day. Through planning, leading up to the event, the day of,
We
everything.
deal with people making requests that have nothing to do with the vibe of the essence that's going on in front of them.
So that's real. All right. That is definitely real. And shout out to Show because I know last night that was
We was
the
at El
90s.
Dorado having a good old time.
Yes, and I did not make it. First off, it's a Friday. Let's start there.
Yeah.
But second off,
It turned out really good.
I'm
Better than
excited.
expected.
Are you gonna do another one?
Soon he will. Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll let me
but-
know.
Okay, all right, cool.
But we're definitely celebrating his birthday at Stadium on the 28th.
Yes, I will be there.
It is Halloween weekend, but you are not required to wear a costume. Show is
Absolutely.
adamant about that.
Yeah,
Try to tell him bro.
let's go. You and your things. I
But
love
whatever.
it.
It's your birthday.
Okay.
We do what you do.
We here for it. Shout out to our bro. All right. So are we going on to the next one?
No,
Or you
yeah,
want to
because I
finish that?
didn't finish my
Go
point.
finish your point. I'm sorry.
See, I was getting there.
I be-
we had little side ad libs.
We be having
and everything.
them little
So,
processes. I'm about to get some more candy.
On top of that, with all my bros actually being in relationships, when I look at the women that I find attractive or would like to talk to or engage, come to find out, most of them are already in relationships as well. Now, where I will say there is a difference between men and women, a lot more men are single by choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they prefer that way,
I'm listening.
based on the earlier conversations we had and what you brought up about, I'm tired of taking care of people.
That's it.
That's one reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of the women that I know that are single, it's literally a matter of demographics.
It's by choice.
Well, put it this way. For those that are looking for a man, what
Right.
tends to happen is, so you see how I said most of the dudes that I'm friends with are in committed relationships or married.
And
I'm the
trying to
only
live
single one.
vicariously through you.
Now, go to the opposite end of the spectrum with the women. Most of my women friends that I know are single.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And there's a lot more women in the world than men.
And we love you dearly. Do you know that?
And then, yes, I personally feel love. I don't know about some of these other dudes, but
No, because you know.
I definitely feel the love. And then, but what happens, right? So women outnumber men, but then the men are actually being split into like thirds or quarters because some men are no longer interested in the opposite sex.
Tell me about it.
Some men are no longer interested in being men.
Exactly. It's very interesting.
So there's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to, matching and being in, relationships.
Well, they just need to find somebody that make it spicy. Like, okay, you like your prostate touched? Okay, cool.
Oh
No
Lord,
problem.
wow.
What?
See,
We are
I was
here
gonna
on
say
Dear
that
Love
for
and Lust.
later for the
This is
topic.
Dear Love and Lust. You want your prostate touched? Come here, boo boo. Right, exactly.
That's interesting.
Ain't it though? All the time. People is very interesting
But-
overall.
At the end of the day, Miss Sugar Mama, here's what I will say to you.
Circle back around. Let's get it.
You are allowed to be with whoever you want and choose and decide to be with,
Period.
based on your own personal standards, ideologies, and feelings.
I agree.
It's up to you. There is no right or wrong. And I think, you know, part of the reason why this episode is called We're Not Experts is because in this social media era, everybody is trying to make opinions come across as factuals and right or wrong.
There you go.
Even if you were raised in a certain way in traditional values, that is your values. It doesn't have to be somebody else's. It could be completely different. You could be that woman that makes $200K and does not care what your man make, and you would rather be the one, the breadwinner, and in control of finances and how things go, and just have that man be that man that you want him to be.
Right.
And then there's vice versa. You could be the opposite, where you would rather be taken care of. It does not matter. It's up to you. It's your choice.
Levels to it. It's like, which way do you like to be taken care of? Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. So it's different things. You know what I'm saying? Like people, I like to travel. I like to go do fun things, like in the creative arts. So it's like those are the ways that someone who doesn't have can step up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they compliment you in a different way. So Miss Sugar Mama, you got this, girl. You got it. You up next?
Yeah, I'm up next. I'll get into it. What we got here?
Come on.
Oh,
come
it
on.
is Dear Love and Lust, right?
Let's go. Come on now. This was a good segue when I said what I said. But go on now.
So, is it okay to wake up someone for sex? Or is that really not okay, Mr. Sliding Smooth? That is an interesting. It depends on what the situation is. I think the reason that this has been a topic recently is because of the big C word.
Of course.
Consent. If you're in a relationship, I'm sure there's a unspoken assumption,
right,
that especially if you are already intimate and physically, you know, had intercourse and so forth, that
right,
sex is available to you
at your disposal. Right.
I wouldn't use those particular terms, but very close to it.
And we bump it. We go.
I think so. I did see a recent video not too long ago where a man, and it was a comedy. It was comedy. It was a skit or whatever. But a man was barking on his woman because of her high sex drive, and he had literally worked. Well, he exaggerated and said a 16-hour shift.
Right.
I just want to come home, eat, and go to sleep. I don't want my dick sucked. I don't want to be touched. I just want a meal, hot shower, and bed. And the girlfriend's like,
Right.
I done went shopping. I got this lingerie and I got all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm getting some tonight. So he attempts to go to sleep, falls asleep, and in the middle of the night, he wakes up, turns on the light to see her basically under the covers staring up at him. Let's go. And he's basically asking for, help because he ain't got it in him. He tired. He exhausted. He done worked hard. He worn out.
Man.
What do you think? What is your preference?
I couldn't stand it when I was married, and I couldn't stand it. It was like, but I think I began to not like him. So it was like
it was
the
a difference.
Smell of his breath
Lord.
would make me sick. Like I would just feel like I was in The Color Purple, silly. Mr. Just get on me and just do what he want to do. Because I would just lay there. Like, I got to the point where I just would lay there and be like, do your business, get over with. Is it over yet? Is it over yet? Who wants a relationship like that? Clearly, I don't, because I'm divorced happily. But in this instance, if it's a communication and you guys have already set the tone for what it is, like, wake me up. Wake me up. And I work a lot. So I'm like, it's go time. Once I get a couple of little Z's in there, Woo! She's great. Let's get it.
Once it
Wake me
marinates a
up.
little bit.
Yes. Okay.
Want to get a little moist and,
Well,
and
I don't have those type
curated.
of problems. So I really think that it is the biggest compliment. And it's sexy as all, to just be like, damn, roll over. Like you already got me where I need to be at early in the morning or at midnight, whatever. It don't really matter. You're ready to go. And if you have already established that, like what you got to sign a waiver, non-disclosure, whatever, like,
It sounds more like Brooklyn Shade and Shavita. We'll see what Shavita got to say in a minute.
But is it okay to wake someone up? That's what it says, man. I
know,
think it's okay to wake somebody up, Brooklyn talking, but I think it really is okay to have this type of exchange because we are so busy with our daily lives, okay? And our daily lives take over. We're like working 24/7 pretty much, right? No matter what, because even though you don't have a million jobs, you do, because being a promoter, being someone who's out there DJing, being somebody who's a photographer, being somebody who has all these entrepreneur things going on, at some point, hell, you just want to be touched, you just want to be held, you just want to be whatever. It don't always have to be a sexual thing, but if it is sex, damn it better be good. So yes, wake me up. Okay, let me call somebody's name in that time of the morning where it's like, okay, start my day off right. Okay, I'm here for that. I don't think it's wrong as long as it's consensual. That's it.
So there was a period in my life I was in a long-term relationship, about 7 years or so forth. I think we're living again about the third-ish year.
Okay.
And yeah, we sat and had a discussion on some ground rules. And one of the ground rules was, if you become in need and I am asleep, you have to, basically she outlined the levels.
Yes, because it is levels to it. Yes. I would agree with that.
And, if it is something that, you really need to get something off, get your rocks off.
Hello.
But just don't be mad if I'm not all
into
it because I'm exhausted. So, all that good stuff, right? It was communicated. So, for me, it is okay when you have that level of communication.
That part.
But you have to be in tune with the person that you're rocking with because, although all that stuff can be outlined, there are moments.
Right.
Where you got to recognize that, this ain't the time, brother.
Yeah, especially if a woman is on her cycle and it's just like,
I wasn't you ain't even, there.
Yeah, but I'm going to go there because it's like, that's really the time where people just do not mess with me, okay? Some people, but never mind.
I used to be able to tell when it was about to come. I'm like, you about to happen. No, it's not. I got a couple that, no, it's about to come.
Right. And you be so in tune that and it's like, unless you're on that wave, you still don't want to. But I used to be like my horniest at that time, so I'm like, go time, I don't care, put that towel, we good.
Most of the women I know is usually right after or right before.
Right after. It's like it's ready to make it happen. Okay, so Mr. Slide and Smooth, hopefully we answered your question. We're not experts, as we stated. The title states it, episode 41, understand that number. People are people. And I'm like, you got a high sex drive, make it happen. I need to be like really relaxed to have her come out. You know what I'm saying? On that type of level. I have to be well rested. Well rested, well fed, well taken care of. Like I said, don't disappoint me.
So listen, Mr. Slide and Smooth, if she's in mid-snore with her mouth open and drooling, that is not an invitation to you to slide it in.
At all. At all.
Or, just pay attention, man.
Don't do nothing disrespectful either.
Figure out your happy medium.
I be calling people creepy. I be doing some creepy stuff.
It reminds me of a conversation that was had years ago. I think it was on an Oprah show or one of them, one of those. Where a woman was ready to accuse her husband of rape.
I did for my husband, my ex-husband. Yes, I did. And I was like, because I said no. So that
And-
there's a difference. Okay?
And then and the argument was, well, when you get married, you kind of.
No. Mm-mm. My body is my body.
So I remember that conversation. So if it's something like that, bro,
Yeah.
I suggest y'all go to counseling.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. I commend you for pursuing your wife and not somebody else.
Hello.
Or, well, I'm assuming she's your wife.
Yes.
or your
your
woman, or
woman.
whoever you're in a relationship with.
Yes, sir.
Instead of straying, but y'all gotta just have that conversation.
Point blank. Is it just your chair?
No, that's your chair. I'm
That's
not even
me?
moving. Yeah, that's you. But it's not picking up. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
I'll get
damn.
rid-
All right.
I'll take care of it in post.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right.
All
You
right.
ready?
Yep. In a committed relationship where you live together. Oh, this is a good one. Should a parent have
Bless
a
you.
key to the apartment you share with your partner? Should that parent be able to pop up whenever they feel like it? Miss, I want my key back. Sound like somebody got a helicopter
Co-parenting.
mama.
Co-parenting issue. Mm-mm.
Co-parent.
Mm-hmm.
I think they talking about their parent.
It's the parent. Should
Parent,
that
parent.
Oh,
Mama.
mama. No.
And co-parent, that's a whole
No.
nother level right
Yeah,
there.
I thought that's what that was.
I don't
okay,
know.
No.
Shoot, we can talk about
Woo!
that too. But
If a
your
co-parent
mama,
come popping up at the house, let's switch this question. Sorry, Mrs. I want my kid back. Let's talk about the co-parents that think they could just pop up on you and shit.
co-parent,
Woo!
like I co-parent, and yeah, she ain't got no key.
Right. You ain't doing that. Like, where they do that
For a
at?
minute, they ain't even know my address, cause yeah,
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
you're
That's
not
just-
randomly popping up anything.
You want to see your child because they use their child as a pawn. So it's just like, so you want to do what? You can't come at an appropriate Nah, we good over here.
Shout out to the folks that been watching some celebrities and think they can do the same thing.
Woo.
Some of these celebrities,
Whoa.
their financial situation.
Go ahead,
I
man.
saw what's the guy? He was the one that was cheating in Soul Food movie.
Ooh.
And he was on
I can't think of
ER,
the name right now.
one of them doctor
Yeah,
shows.
I can't think of it right
Michael
now.
Beachman, I think his name.
It might be.
It might be
It might
Michael
be.
Beachman, but he was talking about how he lives with his wife and his ex-wife, and how the ex-wife has saved their marriage on the sense of she gives balance. It's not a polygamous setup.
Okay.
House is big enough,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if Michael, who's an actor, is off at work, then his wife is left to take care of the kids. But I mean, the ex-wife was left to take care of the kids by herself, but the new wife was able to step in and be proactive and helpful. So if one got soccer practice and the other one got baseball practice,
Oh, my bad.
I can't. The argument was we can't be in two places at once. So this third person coming into the mix was perfect.
Right, because she's sleeping with the wife.
I don't think that's the case. That's what I didn't see the whole clip. Did you see the
I
whole
ain't
clip?
see the whole clip, but I bet you they sleeping together.
I don't think they
I
are.
bet you they sleeping together.
I don't think
secretly. Y'all gotta give women
Oh,
credit.
secretly.
Y'all gotta give women credit now.
I'm just
trying to
saying
tell
the
you.
way
Another woman
it was
catering to
presented.
another woman on that type of level, not all the time, and don't come for me. But I'm trying to tell you, he ain't there half of the time. I'm helping you and I'm assisting you.
You watch too much Tubi movies or something right there.
Call me
Watching
out.
too
Call
much,
me
too
out. I
much,
ain't watching too
too
much.
much
nothing.
Amazon Prime movies.
You better believe it that those things be happening.
Let me be gullible for a little bit. Let me
I
be
wonder- I wonder
naive.
if they give him a threesome.
I don't think
wonder.
it's set up like that.
I wonder.
I don't.
I've never had a threesome. Might be something I need to put on my
You
bucket list.
you constantly bring this up, and
I
then
know.
you then
It's the
then
dummy
you
doll.
flip and reverse it to a dummy doll.
It is
and-
a dummy doll. But that would be my threesome. I don't want my person touching another woman. I would that's not good for me.
But you want to touch another one.
No. No. No.
So what?
I
You want to
would-
touch another man? What is the
No.
threesome for?
A threesome is the experience. You know what I'm saying? It's like the art of something, right?
Man, listen.
Experiencing something. So you think it should be a real person? I don't think so. I ain't inviting nobody into my bedroom.
Then it's not a threesome.
Why not?
It's
With a
you're
dummy
playing
doll?
with a sex toy.
Well, it's fun.
It's not a threesome.
Welcome to the
Threesome
world.
involves
If you open to
three
having a dummy doll,
different human individuals.
did we talk about this? We did before.
Of
Did
course,
you agree to say that you had a threesome before?
I did not.
No, you didn't.
I was offered.
Yes, that's what it was. You was.
I thought it was a setup.
That's what you said. Would you do it now?
Probably not.
Okay.
Mental health is not the greatest in this era for some reason. A lot of people who may appear stable in
They're
conscious
not.
mind are probably the complete opposite.
Yeah.
You know, everybody deals with stuff, but some people deal with more stuff than others.
And
And
they don't know how to.
I'm trying to
Let it go.
navigate my own life.
Right. Let alone another one. I get it.
It's,
All right. So.
you know, and I'm sure there's a lot of men and dudes looking at, oh, he full of, nah. I see what some of y'all deal with. I don't want to
Right.
deal with that same issue.
So would your younger self have done it?
My
Right.
younger self was more curious about it
Uh-huh.
until I witnessed
What it do?
the consequences of it.
Right. It's real.
So, you know, I
Not
guess I have
everybody
my
can dip
own
and
personal
dabble.
trauma
Yeah.
about it. So, yeah, it's not as interesting.
Okay. So
You know what I mean?
with Mrs. I want my key back. Since we're talking about a parent need to understand that there are appropriate boundaries and things you just don't cross. And you may have had access in the past, but if your person is allowing this, disrespectful. It's just disrespectful. It's like, get that key back for real, and let that mama, papa, or whoever
Uh-huh.
know that this is not their place. And you don't never know what's going on in somebody's house. Now you have that key for emergency type of situations, and you gotta set the tone that that's what that's for. Not for you to come over here and think that you just gonna try to rule my house, because at the end of the day, like I said, there are some men
Mhm.
who are really mama's boys, and that's okay.
Yeah, some women.
However, okay, that becomes like a blurred type of situation when you're dealing with that, because a woman, as women, with another woman, regardless if it's the mother or not, like there's that beautiful seminar where this one lady is talking about what she desires, and when she's saying what she desires, and she says, like, I'm not coming second best to your mama, your kids, your this, your that, the whomever else, and all this other type of stuff. She starts really breaking it down, and I'm like,
Mhm.
that probably is the one piece of her conversation that I had disagreed with, because children are always going to trump you, okay? A good parent will put it on that level, unless the kid is a deviant. You understand what I'm saying? And doing stuff that is not okay. But if your kid is thriving, a loving kid, always doing what they're supposed to do and stuff like that, and you have to be there for that kid, your significant other has to understand that as a co-parenter of somebody else, and you sharing that, your child deserves to have you show up for them, and you should sit your ass down and fiddle your thumbs and be okay with the fact that my kid is gonna come before you in this moment. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Maybe not all the time, especially because if you got a bratty kid, then you know what it is. That kid is just playing the parents and stuff like that,
Right.
or playing the relationship because they want you probably to get back with the other parent. But in the healthy co-parenting relationships and healthy establishments that you have discussed this with your person, and y'all have this true understanding that my kid or my family, when it comes to certain things, depending on what your responsibility is, because some people are caring for their parents, they're caring for older people. So though you may not come last, you're not always going to be the number one priority, because
Right.
there are other responsibilities that adults have to take care of. Okay. So I had disagreed with somewhat of that statement that she said. So when it comes to this question about the parent didn't have the key and also the type of stuff, it had made me reflect back to that statement that she was saying, because sometimes you do have to put up, like I said before, those boundaries so people stop violating them.
So jumping off what you just said about kids are important. Um, here's a perspective. So the mama, or we'll assume it's a mama since it's a woman complaining about the parent having a key, right? Parents protect their kids, right?
Right.
Y'all not gonna like this, but maybe mama is coming over because she don't think you know what you're doing. Maybe mama is coming over because she's trying to protect her son, because when he come home, there's not a home cooked meal there.
Lord. Those are questions. So then mama should
Maybe
be
mama
teaching her.
is coming over because if y'all got kids, she want to see her grandkids, and she want to make sure that her grandkids, like,
Yeah.
it is a little borderline psychotic in some levels, but then it's also a little, I'm gonna make sure my kids are good.
Yeah.
So honestly, you just need to have a discussion, and it might be a
I was gonna
discussion that you need to have
communication is
individually with that parent, and just you with him or her or whoever the opposite person is, not being around to understand. And you might actually hear the truth for why mama shows up, or that other parent shows up with the key that they have as often as they do.
Well, clearly in a relationship.
But yeah, it is interesting how that could play out in some aspects. I don't think I will say so. My ex-wife's mom, rest her soul, when I was dating, almost got me fired from my job, right?
No.
Let me tell you why. So the job I worked at the time, this is years ago. This is when they could, be a little icky about stuff like that. Limit your personal calls. She called and she was asking to find out, where her daughter. And I was like, I think she's in class, right? Because at the time she was in her last semester of school, whatever. Called me like 6 times in less than 2 hours.
Oh my.
By the third time I explained it, like, you can't keep calling because I'm going to get written up or in trouble. I need to have my line open.
Right.
They are listening to my calls.
Right. She didn't care.
Something in her spirit felt that it wasn't right. Her daughter should be able to answer the phone or whatever, right? Or something was happening.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
By the 4th time, I got the warning. The 5th time, I got the got to forward the call or just not answering and so forth. Yeah. 6th time, I like, look.
Right. He want us to still want us to come live with you? Because that's would have been my doggone response.
And there was a number of different things that she did throughout the years that, from my perspective, were a little extra and so forth. But at the end of the day, that person's perspective, her perspective, was she was trying to take care and protect
her child. That's it. And we get it.
So just have that conversation. Ironically, one of the last times I got to speak with her and so forth, and it was interesting. She was just very apologetic and thankful and grateful for all of that I had brought my daughter Jasmine down to the city to go visit her. And she was just very appreciative and so forth, and just told me all the things. And I know I've always haven't been such and such, but I'm letting you know.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's deep.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
deep.
It is
That's
deep.
real. That is.
You
Okay.
know.
Well, it is on that type of vibe. I got it. I get it. I got it. Ooh,
So
child.
that is, that's just one perspective. Like I said, we are not experts.
No, we just two people that have been
We're
through
just two people that have been through some and we're just sharing our perspectives on these questions and topics.
All right.
Do
Speaking
it as you may.
Please do. Please do.
Let's
you
go
re-
into topics. What
Let's
you
go.
got, Shay?
All right. Let's see if this could pick up a little bit.
Needs to hear this today, but that man ain't got no commitment issues. That's not even really a thing, okay? Stop letting these men lie to you and stop eating lies because your heart is hungry, all right? There is no, you're perfect, but I'm not ready. If you were perfect, he would get ready real fast. And you'd be none the wiser to it. There is no, I love you, but I'm scared. How you more scared of loving me than losing me? That doesn't even sit right. You're the right woman, but it's the wrong time. That's not a thing. Okay, there's always the right time for the right person. The reality is, if he wanted to, he would, and when he wants to, he will. And it really doesn't take that much for them to figure it out. Ain't no man meeting the woman of his dreams and postponing building a life with her for a tomorrow that isn't even promised. It don't make no sense. So,
I'm gonna
I'm
let
sorry
you talk.
if you're the one who needed to hear this today, but take it as a sign to move around, sis. You'll be better off for it. I'm sorry.
Listen.
What's the topic, Shay?
Listen.
What's the topic, Shay?
Should you be moving around when there's inconsistencies? Should you be moving around when there's inconsistencies in a relationship? And she stated some of the most key parts. I have been told at one point in time that it just wasn't the right timing. But clearly this motherfucker still wanted to clap these cheeks, okay? And I have been told about, that whole process of, it's just complicated. Like you're not, it wasn't, the words was not used, but not difficult, but it was the words of utilizing the sense of saying that I was too much for them. And I said, you're right. I am too much. You're absolutely fucking right. So, yeah, in regards to what she was stating in terms of basically knowing your worth, okay, that's where I that was my takeaway. And when is it just too much? When should you truly walk away from a situation when you know it is not for your greater good? That is my topic.
Um,
Want me to play it again?
nah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say this. Stop listening to people if you're not gonna listen to yourself.
Let's go.
If you're gonna listen to everybody else but yourself and your actual conscious mind,
Intuition.
again, we are not experts.
Yes, just two people that been through some shit.
But I'm gonna say this because I think it needs to be said,
Come
and
on.
you can take with it as you may, but do not hold me to a grain of salt. This is just my perspective and
Let's
opinion
go,
because
man.
we are not experts.
Mhm.
But if you cannot hear your own self
Come on.
and you choose to listen to noise like that about what you should and should not do,
Come on now.
that's on you.
Right.
You know whether the person you with is a quality person or not.
There you go.
You are choosing to either be with that person.
Right.
There is no obligation. No, even when you're getting married these days, everybody, can bow out the relationship at any time, get a divorce.
Sure can.
Jeezy out.
Listen. He's still
Poor
living
Jenny
there, though.
May. What was her name?
He's still living there.
I mean, it's his house, isn't it?
He's still living there though. Still wearing his ring on.
I told you, no, they're addicted. That's on you. You can enjoy it. But so here's the thing. If a man tells you he's scared, he's probably being very honest and transparent with you, and he's communicating his actual feelings. Don't negate because you're having an emotional reaction to words that you did not like. The man communicate with his reasoning. If a man says he's not ready or you're the right woman and it's not the right time, it has nothing necessarily to do with you. It's about him. Ain't got nothing to do with you. It's about him. And him being in a position to make that decision that he probably wants to make, but all the ducks are not lined up in the manner that he wants it lined up. You see how she about to get an attitude, right?
I don't have an attitude.
You see how she about to get
I
an attitude.
don't have an attitude.
She's about to have an emotional reaction.
I was having the sugar.
Uh-huh.
I was taking the sugar in.
So, if you're with a woman, right, and she has listed the ideal lifestyle,
right,
man, just the ideal wedding, the ideal diamond ring she wants when she's proposed. If you know all these things and you are working to achieve the certain things that may be required and the income that may be required to attain that, and you're not willing to do the whole proposal thing until you got that done, why should that be held against you? Now you can respond. I done said a couple things.
You have said a couple of things, and I'm here for what you said.
Okay.
I don't disagree with
All
it.
right.
Okay, and she was not getting an attitude. What she was doing was just acknowledging the fact that there was some points that was like, there are people out there, and you can say agree to disagree, that utilize what she was saying as a clutch to not be committed. Okay, so there are people playing devil's
That's
advocate.
valid. I'm not gonna discredit that.
Right,
Well, it's not everybody.
it's not everybody, yes, but they do exist out there, and those are the things that become confusing to a potential partner because there has not been clear, a whole conversation that has been had and it hasn't been made clear. Like, if I gotta guess my place in your life, meaning who we are and what we're doing, not necessarily a healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because no person should have to guess where they stand with someone. That should be made clear and plain. So some of the things I agree with what she was saying, but you have to communicate openly and honestly with your person about what your desires are, and is this a limited get out of jail free card or a hall pass, should I say? Because I have allowed unhealthy connections to happen just because I wanted to experience them. You know what I mean? And after experiencing it, then I made the executive decision to say, I'd rather not. Okay? So I feel like we definitely know whether somebody is vested in us or they're just in it for a good time. So that's it. That's all I got.
I found me a clip too that I'm gonna play. Since we playing clips and whatnot.
Play the clip. And we're gonna put the link in there as well so that you could see the visual if you need to.
Baby, how your day going?
It's hard. It's been long. But it's been cool, though. today?
Chilling. You know I'm on vacation this week. Hey, did you see Lauren and Gage on Facebook?
Yeah, I saw that.
And you know they only been together for like 2 years now.
She must be doing somewhere.
What you trying to say? Because we've been together for 4, so you saying I ain't doing that right?
Everything about you, I'm finna go.
No, you started the conversation. Go ahead and finish it. You got time?
No, I don't got time. I'm on lunch. I came home to get something to eat. I ain't got time.
You can go ahead and go. You don't love me. It's cool. You can go ahead and go. That's what
I don't love you. I bust my ass every day because I love you. What are you talking about?
You love me, but you just don't want to marry me.
Of course I want to marry you. If you want me to be honest, I don't think I should marry you.
Jeremy, what does that even mean?
It means I've been at work all day. You know I'm working extra hours because you told me you weren't going to Dubai. I said, babe, okay, cool. I told you 2 days ago. You've been on vacation for a whole week. I told you 2 days ago that I'm not trying to spend no money on no lunch. I haven't get my hair cut yet. I come home on break. I ain't got no food.
Oh, sorry.
And not even cold because you ain't folded no clothes. You ain't washed no dishes. You ain't did nothing.
Okay, so I don't cook and clean.
I didn't say you don't cook and clean. What I am saying is I feel like you do it because you feel like you have to versus that's just what you do.
Jeremy, if I was a wife, I would be doing more of those things.
So what you're saying is I have to marry you, make you my wife in order for you to start doing wife things.
I mean, I'm just a girlfriend.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you ain't going to
Shree, you want
Dubai.
to marry me?
Yes.
Why?
Because you a provider, a protector, you watch out for me, I love you. Why would I not want to marry you?
I appreciate that, and I love you too. So what you're saying to me is those are the things you want your husband to do.
Yes.
So you see your husband in me.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So the things I'm doing right now, even though I'm not your husband, you want your husband to do. And the crazy thing is, that's just who I am. Not because it's what I feel like I have to do.
Come on.
I do it because that's who Jeremy is.
Come on.
I'm already a husband. I'm just not your husband yet.
Woo.
So you see a husband in me.
Woo.
What do you think I see in you?
Not a wife. A leech.
Oh, that's right. You're so worried about being a girlfriend.
Ooh.
Look, I'm gonna give you something to eat.
Okay, man. That's a good one.
I mean,
Pause on.
that was, of course, a dramatic conversation about that topic, but
Good segue.
and that's old. That's like that's before pandemic.
I'm loving that. Okay, because you're gonna be able to edit this real quick. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hold tight. Alrighty, and we're back. Man, that was
some heat, wasn't it?
That was some heat. That was some beautifulness. That was a nice dance.
But again, we're not experts.
We're not.
We're just sharing perspectives.
But he definitely broke that down, and I agreed 110% with everything he said. 110%, because it's factual. Can't be one-sided. Can't expect that you want.
I'm gonna have to put the clip up in the actual video so y'all can see how messy the house was when he came in.
Right, no food, no nothing.
See how it all ties together.
Yeah,
It's crazy how that works out.
I know that's right. I said absolutely not. Like you got to do something now. Come on, off for a whole week.
Nah, that was wild.
That was definitely wild. You want to go somewhere? You want to? What you talking about? No. Come with it. You can't have expectations on that type of level when you ain't reciprocating the same type of energy. Yeah, nah, that's a no for me.
I mean, we live in a participation trophy era. So
Yep.
some people just, expect to get rewards and trophies just for existing and being there. But there are things that you have to do that come along with it.
Right.
You gotta put in some work.
I would agree.
Gotta make an effort.
Period.
You know what I mean? And that's with anything, not just relationships, just regular friendships.
Yeah.
Interacting with siblings, family. Like, you cannot expect the world when you're not even being a star.
Hello. I like that.
There's no shining to you. There's nothing that, you can't.
I like that.
You got to do something for something.
Yes, you
Contrary to popular belief,
Yeah.
you actually have to do things.
in order to receive your blessing. True story. True story. All right. Well, go on, man. Now, what we got going on? What's coming up next?
So my topic, see, out in these internet streets,
That wasn't just your topic?
no, that
Oh,
was your
excuse me.
topic.
Oh, you was piggybacking off of that.
Mhm.
Try to play devil's advocate. Go on now.
No, I
I like that.
you made a point, so I made a point back. And,
I like that. I
You
like
know.
that point taken. All right, go ahead.
you know,
What's
it
your
was a
topic?
discussion. We weren't arguing a debate. We're just sharing information and perspectives.
It was beautiful.
So my topic has to deal with what's going on in these internet streets,
Right.
regarding two young black women that happen to be in the spotlight
Okay.
on a regular basis,
Okay.
simply for being who they are. Two hip hop rap artists, Sukiana with the good coochie
Yep. That's what she said.
and Sexy Red.
Right.
So there are a lot of people mad at these women
Right.
as if they're doing something brand new.
And they are not. They are not. They are not.
You know, so Sukiana went to the VMAs and posed on all fours. So suddenly she is the scourge of the earth because she decided to pose in fully clothed, by the way,
Right.
in a doggy style position. She's classless. Mind you, this is the VMAs, not the Grammys.
Right.
If you know the history of the VMAs, it is
Thank you.
purposely for irreverence
Correct.
and disruption. Sexy Red, the debate is now, is she famous because women are listening to her or men are listening to her? And there's been, so the Jets were listening to her Pound Town or the other song that she got going up, and there's a lot of men online in videos lip syncing her, or saying her lyrics like, it's their favorite rap song.
Okay.
And a lot of the women of traditional values
Yep.
and of self-proclaimed standards
Yep.
are mad or upset or bothered by the attention that this, and basically they're just trying to say, so y'all trying to say that hoes still winning, for lack of a better term.
I would say so. They clearly.
And what is interesting to me is I think both of them are in committed with it. Well, no, I think Sexy Red is single,
Yeah. Yeah.
but she is a mother.
Yep.
Sukiana is in a relationship.
I'm still like torn by the title that she has, but neither here nor there.
What
Everybody's
title?
Sexy in their own way. It says Sexy Red. Like I was looking for like a Kiki Wyatt type of
So,
vibe.
believe it or not, I think there's a lot of men that find Sexy Red attractive because
That's what I
she
heard.
looks regular and
That's what I
she's
heard.
the regular roundaway chick.
That's what
You know
I
what I
heard.
mean? I'm not a fan of, an abundance of tattoos as she has, so
Right.
I have a different perspective on it.
Uh-huh.
I
Ooh,
saw her
excuse
with
me.
her glasses off. She looks like a different person.
As we always do. Yeah, and I'm not saying you're not sexy.
And what is she? She's still in her
Sexy is
20s.
sexy. Yeah, it is
young,
what it is.
so she's young and growing, right?
Yeah, she's young and grown.
But I just wanted to hear and discuss your take on these women and what they represent and how they are being looked at.
My take is this: to each his own, because we show up in manners that we choose to show up, whether it's going to elicit a positive response or a negative response. And we clearly know that it's always propaganda and publicity stunts that's being done, and that clearly was a publicity stunt to get her relevant and talking about her. So you're one, okay? And to tie in another person in it that is just as raunchy on some levels is going to bring it home. So I would say they not even the standard or the core that you could do a measure by, you know. But when you're talking about how women are perceived based off of these type of stereotypical things and stuff, that's when the conversation gets a little bit deeper, because people are always going to be people, and people are going to try to treat you according to what they think you fit the mold with. So if, for instance, I have been coined at some point in time, which I didn't know, as the Black Widow.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's strong.
Very.
And why would that be the case? What was the definition? What's the reasoning behind it?
Now, typically, that has to do with somebody who's married or whatever. But
Or was married and
or
lost
was
their
married,
husband.
yeah, due to death. So,
Or it's a spider that kills their
so-
prey.
and that is the context that they going with. That
You a man eater or something?
basically, that pretty much men don't last that long with me. Shut up, man.
I didn't go there. I didn't say nothing.
And they just be like, "What this post?" I can't
Sip my
with
water.
you. So I said, "That's how y'all see me." Pretty much.
Hold that thought. Yeah, fix this camera.
Or that one. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's a chocolate person, but that's good. And of course, everybody trying to talk to me. So how we doing it?
Said you a man eater. There we go. All right, go ahead.
And I don't think so. But, you know, hey.
So you're man eater in the sense of what? They don't last long with you in intimate moments, or you just destroy their whole confidence and existence
All of the above.
because
Okay.
you're too much to handle
Right. Man.
physically and mentally.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, you know me. So I'm like, you're insecure. Not me. I'm talking about the people who
you're so dismissive. That's why they call you. I'm not insecure.
It's just, you
I'm
go
trying to
further.
communicate to you my feelings. Let me not make fun of them. I only have a friendship interaction with you, so I cannot truly comment on the man eater thing.
But just the content of my character, man. Come on, seriously.
I get it. The
Okay.
labeled and perspective. Everybody has a perspective on.
You don't last because you're a piece of shit. It ain't got nothing
Oh
to do
Lord.
with me being a man eater. Sorry, I have appropriate boundaries and I know where I'm going and what I want to elicit. And if you come in already thinking you're going to sway me because you're pretending to be something that you're not, the moment that I clearly discover you're not who you say you are,
Oh my God.
the moment that I truly discover that you're not who you say you are,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I say deuces. There's no explanation needed. You had
Right.
your time, and all right, cool. And I thought it would. We'll get into this, but as people used to say, one of our good friends, a good sister friend, she's like, I used to have a roster, and I said I have to actually sit and maybe write down who has come into my realm, so then see whether or not if it hits.
You don't have a list
number.
already? You don't have that?
I have it in my
documented?
mental Rolodex. Yes, that's how I said. Sometimes I got to do a Rolodex in my head. Like
It's not that. It's not that many.
it's not. So for me to go through a Rolodex in my head, no, it's not. So it sound bad, but it's not.
Oh, I got another topic since we talk about numbers.
You saw that clip?
I
With that
didn't see
lady?
it. I just heard it.
Yeah, 34 people. 34 people is not a lot of people for a woman.
But she's a hoe according to the internet.
That's what I said. But no, actually, women were chiming in. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, basically, who's the girl
Brittany Renner.
that was talking to who?
Um,
I can't think of what
Shay
his name.
Shay. Shannon Sharp.
Okay. And he almost spit his water out because she said she has a body count of 34 people.
Now, I got to finish watching the whole thing to
Right.
find out. But I think his reaction was, there's two ways that people are taking it. His reaction of, wow, that's a lot. And then his other reaction is, only that many? Because she has been labeled as, because I guess she wrote a book about her ex-page, you know, a la Superhead.
Yes. Yeah.
And a lot of the men that she's dealt with have been, you know, athletes or rappers or somebody of some sort of fame and money stature. And a lot of her content and on her social media initially was based on her talking about men and the sex that she had with them or relationships she had.
Right.
Even before that, Coach Prime had brought her to Jackson State University when he was there to speak to the athletes
Okay.
about, you know,
Being promiscuous.
groupies. Because she
She
was
was one of
one,
them.
self-labeled and everything,
So she
right?
knew how to
So
get
she's
back to the
explaining to
rooms.
them what to look for, what to avoid, and what to pay attention to.
Okay.
So it's just interesting, you know what I mean? And I think it all ties together when you look at what women are labeled based on their behaviors or perceived behaviors. You know, the Sexy Reds and Sukianas have been around forever.
Yes, they have.
They're not new. They're not. Don't hurt yourself.
That made me jump a little. Excuse me.
They're not destroying our values, because the truth of the matter is they've been our values since the beginning of time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There is artwork that depicts many of the acts.
Yes.
Some of them in, you know, the Met and other museums.
Yes, they do have it.
Shout out to Ness. Ness Nice over there in Paris.
Right now, enjoying.
Yeah, he's enjoying the good life. He's at the Louvre. I saw one of his stories. And some of those paintings in there depict some interesting acts.
Yes, definitely.
You know, so I think people overreact based on whatever way that they were raised or brought up in, whatever they believe to be, you know, this is the thing you need to be, and so forth.
Okay.
But everybody has their own reality, even though it may not be actual reality. That's my point.
I got you.
Long-winded way of saying
It's
that.
all right. But we got it. We received it. Okay. Well, we here for it. It is what it is. People going to have perspectives all the time. It's who you resonate with and what you live in, and be your authentic self, okay? You out here, you feel like, okay, the average life expectancy is 77, which that's what I'm going with. Then get out here and live. You know what I'm saying? It's like no more existing. Just, you know.
Enjoy your
live.
life for you,
Yes.
because you're the one that got to live it.
Correct. Doesn't matter what anybody else has to say, what they think, or whatever their vibe is. You be your authentic self and be true to yourself. And that's where I'm at with it. Don't you want
Word.
some Blaze pizza?
I don't, but I'm sure you do.
Food.
I don't want anything that's not paying me to promote it. I'm going to be on my Joe
Sorry.
Budden in a minute.
Yes, you do. I'm sorry. We don't even know. Pizza. How about that? Pizza.
You got anything else?
Nope. I think we have wrapped it up, and we have truly expressed in episode 41 that we are not experts.
We are not experts at all.
We are just two people who have been
Been
through
through
some
some
shit. For real. Okay?
We got stories to tell.
What
We
you got?
opinions and
Yes.
perspectives to share.
And we thank our audience for absolutely sending out those questions and stuff like that.
And it's up to you to choose how you want to respond or receive that
Period.
perspective.
Absolutely. What you got coming up, man?
We got a few things coming up. You know, we about that. It's about that fall winter season. So of course, DJ Show Birthday Bash, October 28th, Albany Stadium Restaurant
Yes, sir.
and Bar. Hop on maineventlive.com for tickets as well as Eventbrite. Just search the DJ Show Birthday Bash. We had a good time last night at El Dorado.
I love it.
Plan to have more good times
Yes.
for that. Showbiz Live on the Tuesday. That's DJ Show, DJ Biz, and yours truly, Main Event Live.
Absolutely.
After that, Black Friday party,
Okay.
day after Thanksgiving, all black. Come ready to stunt. We gonna have a good time. You know how it's a family reunion.
Yeah.
Get your tickets early
Yes. I love it. I love it.
because it will sell out, and you will not be able to get in, and you're gonna be mad, knocking on the window, talking about, yo, man, I can't get in. No, we're at capacity.
Yep.
Doors are shut down at 1:30. The party is ending at 2.
Period. All right.
And also the annual Jingle Ball will also be at Albany Stadium New Year's Eve, so pay attention to that. We'll have some other stuff coming up. One in particular thing that's coming up right before the DJ Show Birthday Bash. Shout out to Her Temple and this lady over there sticking her tongue out.
Let's go.
What you got going on?
You see that?
Hold up. Let's see.
Let's get it.
Let's see. Do we see? Yeah.
Let's get it. Okay. So You Think You Got Talent is happening. This is our 8th year, and we are super, super excited. We got Jazz. She's going to be there being our character artist and making things happen. Yeah, she's going to be there.
My baby girl back again.
Back again. All
Shout
right.
out to that
Yeah.
payment.
Yes. Okay. And we also will have the heavyweights will be in the building with the 360 camera and stuff. So we're taking care of both of those two services so that the people who are coming can experience some good stuff. But the ultimate goal is that we wanted to get back to the basics of being able to bring knowledge and awareness about early screenings for Breast Health Awareness Month. Okay. It also happens to be Domestic Violence Awareness Month, but the way that we're going about this particular edition is because it's the 50 years of hip hop. So we are not only celebrating life, but we are also celebrating 50 years of hip hop for the pioneer women that have contributed to hip hop. So that is going to be a little bit of a twist. That's our theme. That's what we're running with, as well as breast health. So American Cancer Society will be there giving the educational pieces, allowing people to get screened and sign up for being screened and stuff like that. And ultimately, we are going to bless 2 people instead of 1 this particular time, just because it's like we started out with So You Think You Got Talent, raising awareness and funds for like American Cancer Society, Susan G. Komen. But we're, instead of doing all forms of cancer, we're centering back on breast health, as I stated, and the proceeds are going to support those 2 individuals, and we're very excited about that. And then the kids and the young adults, the youth that's participating, the cash prize this particular time is $4,500. Okay, then you got $2,000,
$4,500.
Yes. Okay,
And
so
then what?
then you got $2,000,
$2,000. Oh Lord.
and then you got I think 12. Is it 1,500? 1,500 might be.
No
So-
participation trophies here.
Right. So
You do what you do. You getting some
you getting
cash.
some cash for real. And so $8,000 cash in total we giving out in total based off of the 50-50
But
raffles.
Brooklyn Shea is not a sugar mama.
Yeah.
Please
No.
do not mistake that.
Not at all.
Sponsored dollars.
Yes, sponsor dollars. So
And who are those sponsors?
we have Thrivent is our biggest sponsor that will be affiliated and a part of this. Clearly, we have CEO and Lady T. They are one CEO is the DJ for the night. Lady T is the host for the night, and then we have a special guest that will be assisting CEO, who happens to be a local youth DJ, so young adult. And we are very excited about that. So those are it. And HTM clearly is one of the biggest sponsors of the event in itself. And shout out to Empire State Plaza, because they are also one of our constituents and stakeholders that are supporting us throughout.
You're back at the convention
We are back at the convention center, Albany, New York, October 28th. Come through. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. We end at 10.
So pre-game.
Pre-gaming, yes.
Pre-game is
Before.
we're gonna be at the convention center,
Yes,
and
we are.
afterwards we turn it up for the DJ show birthday bash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, we
Let's
lit.
get it. Yes, it is. It's gonna be
That's
October
Halloween
28th.
weekend too.
It's fire and whole. I'm loving it. Okay, so that's all. I mean, I'm pretty much got for Brooklyn Shea. Started rebranding myself and putting myself back out there. So I got a couple of things coming up. Won't speak them out just yet, but I definitely got some good stuff coming around.
Yeah, I need to send them deposits, clear them checks. She can promote it. If you ain't sending them deposits and clearing them checks, she ain't gonna say nada about it.
Nada. So it's coming down the pike. I'm really excited because I've been doing so much for other people, and now it's time to get back to the basics for myself. So I'm loving it. There's sir. That's all I got.
Light the horns or blow the horns.
Blow it. So this was good, man. All right.
Yeah, it's always good.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
This concludes
Yes,
the
it is.
41st episode of the Dear Love and Lust podcast. Make sure you follow us on maineventlive.com/Dear Love and Lust, and our Facebook page, and coming soon
Coming
to
soon.
YouTube.
Coming soon.
I
It's
just got to
happening.
make the time to start uploading. That's all.
Yes.
You know, there is some merch and apparel on the maineventlive.com/shop. Get yourself a hoodie.
Get yourself a cup.
Reach out to Brooklyn
Glass.
Shea for the cups.
Yes. Get yourself
Glasses.
a glasses.
And follow Brooklyn Shea on all social media
And Main Event Live. Hello.
at Main Event Live. And if you have any questions
Please.
on love, sex, and relationship, please email us at dearloveandlust@gmail.com, and we'll respond to them in the next upcoming episode.
Absolutely. And without further ado, we want to say what?
Peace.
Period. Love it.